Alright, got my nachos. I'm ready to film. I feel like a cocoon. I don't even know what to call them. So many spatulas, like kind of ladles that I haven't used.
I thought, oh, I'm going to be like Nigella. I'm going to buy 6 different types of spatulas.
We literally did nothing. It's a bit of a waste of a fiver. You came here for a degree, not a boyfriend. I don't know what compelled me to buy that. So, I noticed my freshest vlog has been quite popular among my other videos.
Pom Pom is open, Gaia! Pom Pom!
A few people have asked me to do advice I would give myself before I started year 1 of university. I've got together a list of things that, like the 10 main things I learned or got slapped in the face with during my crazy first year at uni. So these are my top 10 tips of how to survive your first year at uni. Let's go. First thing, don't bring too much stuff to uni. Like, I know by the time this video is out, most of you freshers will be settling in and will have already brought pretty much most of your wardrobe with you. Well, you shouldn't. That is a mistake. As I found, don't bring everything to uni. This is coming from the girl who has pretty much brought everything to her house in second year, but don't tell anyone. Chances are you are not going to use all the stuff you brought. The amount of stuff I bought for the kitchen that I have not used once. There are stuff I haven't touched, and I can promise you I will not touch even when I go into my final year at uni. We've got a potato masher. I don't know what compelled me to buy that. Why did old Gaia think that I would be actually buying fresh potatoes and that I'd actually have the time to mash them and cook them? We're all about that Tesco ready meal mashed potato life. I've got loads of spatulas, loads of different kind of pasta spoon things. Like, I don't even know what they're called. Which just shows, it just proves my point. Like, I've not touched them, I won't touch them. Also, be careful of buying stuff when you're at uni, because a lot of people say, oh, I'll buy the clothes here, which is fair enough until you get to the end of the year where you can't fit any of your clothes in the 3 suitcases you brought to uni. And this counts during Freshers Week as well. Be really careful, because when I was a fresher last year, I thought, oh my god, I needed to buy everything for nights out. I need to, you know, get all my fancy dress ready for Ocean. Literally, there is a shelf up there of fancy dress stuff that I have not touched since I bought it. Still has the label on it. I've got a hula skirt that I thought I'd be using in Freshers Week. Did I? No. Basically, the bottom line is be careful what you buy at uni, or like most importantly before uni, because you think you need everything but you don't. Number 2, respect your flatmates. I don't know if my old flatmates will ever see this. I lived in 2 flats last year for personal reasons, and this is not a dig at them, this is not about them. Specifically, this is about flatmates in general, because a lot of people go through this at uni. I don't think I was kind of mentally prepared for how it would be living in student accommodation. A lot of people I know swapped as well, or dropped out, or they complained a lot about their flatmates, especially if they lived in like a 12 person flat. Luckily for me, I lived in a 7 or 8 person flat, so it wasn't that bad. Respect them in general, like not just going out. Firstly, if you are going out, be mindful that chances are 1 or 2 of your flatmates will probably have a lot of 9 AMs like I did last year, and will have to get up early, unfortunately. They'll probably want to go out like you. And also, a few of them might have part-time jobs, which mean they have to get up at 7 AM or earlier. Be mindful of the fact that they may need to sleep on a Friday evening when you're going out enjoying yourself. I'd be about to go to bed because I'd have an early work shift the next day, and I'd wake up to literally booming drum and bass music at 4 AM. I get really anxious when I get sleep deprived, so I'd wake up the next morning like just in hysterics pretty much. I wouldn't feel like I could handle, you know, a work shift. You have to put all your focus into trying not to give someone food poisoning, because I work in a kitchen. I had a lot of sleep deprived Friday nights last year, and that's one thing I'm grateful about of having a student house this year. It's definitely much quieter. If you are going out, please don't be that drunken mess that sets off the fire alarm, because student accommodation fire alarms are honestly the worst thing ever. I still pretty much have PTSD about the noise, and when you're in student accommodation, the fire alarm is right above your bed. So the amount of times I was woken up at crazy hours in the morning, it just sounds like an ambulance times 100, like not even joking, it's horrible. It leaves you so disorientated, and the amount of times that happened to me in first year, I really hated it. For me, I know a lot of people complained about the fact that their flatmates stole food, or ate their food, or just trashed the kitchen, or broke things and left the flat with a lot of fines, or there was drug problems and drug raids. Next one, don't rely on takeaways and kebab shops. It's very easy to do, as shown in my freshers vlog.
I love the fact that in a later video I will probably be saying, you know, preaching, do not order takeaways at uni because it will just eat into your student loan. And then what am I doing? You know, it's not even been a full day and I've already ordered Mackey's takeaway and some clothes.
Yes, at the time it may seem like a cheap Mackey's, but that will keep topping up until you get into your overdraft and you are £1,000 in debt. There's such a temptation to get a kebab or some chips after a night out, but even that you have to kind of watch. Like, I can't tell you the amount of times something would happen in my day where it was really stressful and I'd be like, right, okay, I'm gonna buy some pizza, I'm gonna buy some Domino's, that will cheer me up. We all love self-care. Well, that self-care is gonna break your bank. I know it's really tempting also to order takeaways, especially if you don't consider yourself a natural kind of cook like me. I'm no Gordon Ramsay here. If you practice a few set meals before you come to uni, or even during the time at uni, like learn a few basic ones, some quick, easy like meals, it will help so much. So you don't rely on takeaways. I found myself doing a really big food shop and then half of that food would just go to waste because one, I'd either be too scared to go in the kitchen, or I'd just feel like a takeaway was just so much easier. Number 4, join as many things as you can, whether that's clubs, societies, just general groups. I like to consider myself quite a bit of a social butterfly, and I found by making friends with a lot of different groups, like not just like several groups of people, but different types of people, helps a lot, especially later on when you're trying to pick student houses. You eventually get to know the personalities of some of these people, and like, as you will find, you are not going to stay friends with the first people you meet at uni, and it's better to not just have one group of friends, because as I found in the first year, most friendships, most groups just don't stick together. A lot of arguments take place, people are still, you know, people's true colours do come out, and it's always best to be able to kind of have another set of friends just in case something happens. Also, you don't have to be friends with everyone you meet. There's quite a big pressure, like when you start uni, to, you know, get a set group of friends. You know, you guys are besties now, they're the first people you've met, done. Well, no, in a way, kind of shop around, get to know lots of different people, because chances are the first people you meet you aren't going to be friends with in third year. Also, just because they're on your course doesn't mean you have to be best friends with them. Just join as much things as you can. I wish, looking back now, I regret not joining as many societies as I did. I only joined one society and we literally did nothing. It's a bit of a waste of a fiver. Just do it, like, not just for the social aspect of it, but like, it just gets you out of the house. It's something different. It breaks up your day. I forced myself out of the house during freshers a lot to go to random meetups. And honestly, it paid off because I'm friends with a lot of different groups of people now. Number 5, leading on from this, be sociable, but don't be afraid to say no. Sometimes you do need to look after yourself, and after a hard day you do just need to go home and curl up in a ball and watch some Netflix and eat some ice cream and just look after yourself, and your friends will understand that. And I know there is that pressure of, you know, you're at university now, you need to be so sociable and go to loads of events, and yes, that part of that might be true to get to know people and make friends. However, if you're feeling really down, or you're not having a good day, or you just want some alone time, it's okay. Like, you should not feel kind of guilty. Also, don't be afraid to say no in general. Literally, the amount of people I know that don't drink at uni is insane. Like, I came to uni thinking that, you know, everyone would be a certain way, and they aren't, and that's totally fine. And you shouldn't feel pressured into doing anything you don't want to do, basically. Okay, number 6, ask for help. This is a very important point. A lot of people I know, and including myself, found that university is a lot much better for help, especially mental health help, than college or sixth form. Honestly, go to your tutor, go to your head of year, go to other module leaders, reach out, even student services. Like, chances are there will be so many people that you didn't even know kind of existed who are there just to help you. In first year, I didn't have a very good start to 2019. NTU were really good when it came to like student help. I spoke to tutors, head of years. We have an NTU chaplain who you don't have to be religious to talk to him, but he helps with bereavement and just general kind of relationship issues that you're facing, and it's all free as well. They also do like a counselling thing as well if you need that. We also have a social science officer who is this woman who's kind of designated to helping students in social science department. When I first got to uni, I thought the kind of student services was like one kind of big umbrella thing, and you don't realise how much there is for you. I've had so much help this year, whether that's kind of mental health or like personal issues. I also, you know, there's also academic help. They offer so much, so don't be scared to ask. Their job is, you know, not to sound corny, but they are there to help you. And even at uni, it can seem kind of daunting to reach out and ask, but honestly, just send them a quick email, call them, do whatever. Number 7, get a part-time job. Honestly, it's so helpful. I know it's not always easy fitting it around uni life, but a lot of people I know just do weekend work like I do. It's really helpful having that extra cash on top of your maintenance loan. I personally am really grateful to have a job. I just feel like it adds like an extra layer of work ethic. Like, I'm quite naturally ambitious. Most people don't know what they want to do after a bachelor's degree, whereas I'm that person that already has, you know, her 7-year plan. I'm very, very focused on what I want, but I still feel like literally having a part-time job does help strengthen your work ethic, and being part of a team, it just fosters all these skills that you do need in the real world. Go out and enjoy yourself, just genuinely, because I didn't do that in year 1. Well, I didn't do that properly until April of year 1, and looking back now, I regret not having the uni experience or year 1 experience. Like, obviously I can still have the uni experience in year 2 and 3, but I feel like I did miss out on a lot of things in year 1 because of certain things that took place. And like, not to sound cheesy, but you generally won't have this time again. Like, I already regret not enjoying year 1 and kind of properly appreciating it, because in year 2 it's already starting to get serious and it's the second week, so I dread to think about what I'm going to have in a few months' time. Look after yourself, just have the best year. Number 9, don't be scared to leave behind toxic friendships and relationships. I find this very key. I don't really need to expand on that much, but at the end of the day, I told myself last year, you came here for a degree, not a boyfriend or a certain group of friends. So if they're toxic and they are affecting your mental health, they're not worth it. You know, you can find much better people in life, or better people at uni, and I wish I'd taken that on board earlier on in the year. In second year, I'm already having such a good year. Don't be scared to leave something because you care about that person or because you care about what they will do, because that just shows that they are not the right person for you if they're gonna treat you horribly just because you need to look after yourself. Especially friendships, like, don't be scared, especially if it's a friendship group, don't be scared to just not be friends with them anymore just because you're like,
oh, I won't have anyone to sit next to at lectures.
Like, there are probably going to be 500 people on your course. There will be other people you can make friends with. If you are having a kind of abusive relationship or friendship, don't be scared to reach out as well about that and talk to someone about it, because it does affect you. Even friends, like, even when you lose a friend that you thought would be there for you and they weren't, like, yeah, it can be quite a shocking thing, and it can leave you kind of mess with your head a bit, as it did mine briefly. But you do come out of it just feeling like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. And final tip, get to know the city you're actually living in for uni. Obviously for me, I am in Nottingham. Nottingham has such a beautiful kind of heritage and history behind it, and unfortunately even though I said I was going to do all the ghost tours and visit the caves and go to Nottingham Castle, I didn't have the chance to last year. Do take advantage of all the free walks they do, all the ghost tours and stuff, and that's not things exclusively run by the uni. The city, they will run their own events. Just see the city, just get to know the culture. You're living there for 3+ years. You might as well kind of get to know a bit more about the city you're living in. Well, those are my 10 tips I would give myself if I was redoing year 1. I hope those helped. Let me know if you want more of these kind of videos, if you like me sitting down and just talking for a few minutes, or if you prefer me going out and doing some crazy stuff around Nottingham. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and bye guys!